I want to show you a video, something that somebody sent to me last week. It's from CNBC. I don't know, this guy, I don't know anything about this guy that's being interviewed. We did some checking on him, and I'll give you his bio here in a second. He's not crazy. He may be wrong, but he's not crazy. He was on CNBC's Asia Squawk Box. I was dumbfounded by this interview because the host didn't say, oh, wait, what? I have never heard anyone on television say this before. Watch this.
Oil looks higher, gold looks higher, currencies look weaker, all for the reasons that we talked about before. I mean, you've got huge wage disparities. I don't know how that inevitably resolves itself. It may resolve itself in some type of a global currency crisis. And then if the global currency crisis unfolds, then inevitably you get, I guess, an alignment under a global world government, a new global currency, and a new world order. So we may be moving towards that.
Talk to us a little bit more about this currency crisis you see erupting. What does that assume about what's going to happen to the dollar?
Well, it assumes that the dollar will utterly get destroyed and become virtually worthless.
I can't take it. I can't take it. Well, talk to me a little bit more about this currency crisis. What does that do? You know, I mean, did I hear it wrong? Play just a little snippet again. What did he just say?
If the global currency crisis unfolds, then inevitably you get, I guess, an alignment under a global world government, a new global currency, and a new world order.
That's not good. The guest just said that the dollar would collapse and replaced with some sort of global currency. I mean, have you checked the front page of the Drudge Report today? China is saying, hey, America, you really might want to rethink that whole healthcare thing. It seems pretty expensive. That is our bank. That's like your bank calling up and saying, hey, by the way, I think you guys are spending too much money. That's a pretty big house. If this bank doesn't give us any more loan, or if we burn this bank, there's nobody left. A one world government, a new world order, and the host doesn't even flinch. Apparently that's not even shocking to anybody anymore. Or they're not listening. On the scales of insane things, I just want to show you what we skipped past. Ready? Look at this. Put it up here. We're in a recession now. People argued we were even in a recession. We're in a deep recession. I think we're on the edge of a depression because of what we're doing. Okay, so we have skipped a deep recession and skipped depression, even the Great Depression. We went right to the collapse of the dollar. Then he went right to global currency, one world government, and a new world order like that. Gosh, I think I would have said, you know, as the host, what did you just say? I invited, because they're not going to do it on CNBC, I thought I would invite Damon Vickers, managing director of 9 Points Capital Partners, onto the program. Damon, what did you just say?
Glenn.
What did you say?
Well, you know, the trends that are in place are disturbing. I mean, you make great points. I mean, it's we have a momentum, and the momentum is the weak dollar. It's something that the current administration is in favor of. Printing money is also something that they're in favor, because nobody wants to face the consequences of not having to live indulgently. Okay. And not only Americans, but also the government as well.
Okay, this is the, let's get this out of money talk, because this isn't CNBC. Thank you, Jesus.
Where's Maria?
Yeah. Let's bring this down to everybody's level of understanding. What is happening here is the government is blaming us and saying that we won't live within our means as a society, but they're just promising us this stuff and telling us, no. First, during the Bush years, they don't have to worry about the debt. Yes, you do. Now they're saying we should worry about the debt, but oh no, we're not even close. I look at the Drudge Report. I look at the websites, the financial. I read Bloomberg. I read the Financial Times. You can't tell me there isn't signal after signal after signal. Last I saw was from China on the healthcare. Japan said we used to be a country of innovators. Now we're just a protection. I mean, how come it's only you saying these things?
Well, I'm not beholden to an investment banking firm that has the honored position of distributing government paper. So, and in terms that everybody can understand, when we look at the Goldman Sachs's and the J.P. Morgans that were the recipient of so much financial love, they distribute government paper. They distribute the debt to the planet. So, of course, we had to keep those interests in check. We've got serious problems. I mean, the debt is a problem. It doesn't seem to be a problem to Bernanke. I mean, notice his comments yesterday that he's happy to see the dollar weak and they're not all that concerned. The problem is, as we see it, is that there are huge disparities in the cost of production for American goods versus the cost of production in a Bangladesh or an India or Vietnam. These people make money. They get paid what? Some of them what? 70 cents, $1 a day, right. 20 cents an hour. I mean, incredible wages. These are our servants, really, that are just living outside of the country. Yet we also domestically have to employ people to produce things, because not everybody can appear on the Glenn Beck show. I mean, people in Ohio and Michigan actually need to do something. A lot of it involves labor.
Right. But hang on just a second.
What everybody for those people?
But what everybody is saying now, and this is what global labor is doing, is they're saying that we're going to be able to bring the world up to our standard. No, they're not. They're not. That's not possible. What we are doing right now is we are spending ourselves into oblivion. It is the